Today's undergraduate student speaker, Jamie Spetner, was selected to speak by a panel of students, faculty, and staff. A native of Los Angeles, Jamie is involved in the college's film community, working in a variety of roles on numerous student film projects. He interned at Ridley Scott Film Production Company through the Los Angeles program this past semester. He was selected to participate in the first session of Emerson's highly selective Writers Guild of America Writing Mentorship program this last fall. His assigned mentor is Richard LaGravenese, an Emerson alum, who is the writer of numerous screenplays, including the Bridges of Madison County and the Academy Award-nominated The Fisher King. In addition to his film studies, Jamie works closely with Associate Professor of Visual and Media Arts, Eric Gordon, as a research assistant on Community Planet, an online engagement game platform used in multiple cities across the U.S. to involve citizens in local planning efforts. He also spent a semester at Castle Well in the Netherlands, which he says was the single most defining experience he had at Emerson. Faculty called Jamie a force of nature, insightful, and enthusiastic. They say that one of his best qualities is his unselfishness, his willingness to help other students. And what's up next for Jamie? He plans to spend the summer working at Canyon Creek Sports Camp for his 8th year. Jamie credits the camp with inspiring his love of storytelling. And after that, he hopes to follow his passion in both screenwriting and international and multicultural awareness. It gives me great pleasure to present to you our 2012 undergraduate student speaker, Jamie Spetner.
I do want to let you guys know I have faculty permission to take the hat off, so it's like if that's a faux pas, this is my last chance to blame it on teachers, so thank you guys. Also, thank you so much, David Gregory, for that absolutely wonderful address on behalf of our whole class. Thank you. To the Emerson faculty, to the administration, to President Pelton, the Board of Trustees, to President alumni, to parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, and cousins, Mom, Dad, and Michael. Hi, guys. Welcome. It's entirely a veritable honor to be here in Boston with you all, celebrating the graduation of Emerson College's class of 2012. So entirely relevantly on that note, I want to share with you guys my favorite children's book. If we can get a cool little zoom in on that, camera people. This is called The Big Orange Splot, and I think it's actually kind of poignant and entirely relevant to Emerson and why we're all here today. So if you guys can see this, this sunburnt gentleman right here in the bright yellow shirt, he goes by the moniker Mr. Plumbean. So keep that in mind. Mr. Plumbean lives on a neat suburban street. And one day a seagull flies over his house carrying a can of paint, as seagulls often do. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. And the seagull drops that can of paint right over Mr. Plumbean's house. And it's carrying orange paint, and the result of that drop paint is a big orange splot. And Mr. Plumbean's neighbors assume that he'll paint over this splot, but he doesn't. He incorporates that spot into a wild, vivid tapestry of orange, white, and blue with stripes and even pictures of elephants. And it's all garnished with some hammocks in the backyard and, quite aptly to accompany them, a pet alligator. His neighbors are outraged. "What have you done with your house?" they exclaim. And Plumbean responds, "My house is me, and I am it. My house is what I like to be, and it looks like all my dreams." When they try to talk some sense into him, Mr. Plumbean sits with his neighbors under the palm trees, in his hammocks with the alligator, of course. It's a non-harmful alligator. It doesn't bite or kill or such things. And he and his neighbors, they sip lemonade late into the night, and they talk about their dreams. And one by one, after the influence of Mr. Plumbean, each neighbor rebuilds their own wild, vivid abodes. And when questioned, they respond the same as Mr. Plumbean. "My house is me, and I am it," they say. "My house is what I like to be, and it looks like all my dreams." Mr. Plumbean, with his ironic mustache, as you can see at 18th century style, and his bright yellow shirt, is the quintessential Emersonian. You can find him bustling across the windswept corners of Boylston and Tremont, or riding a broomstick across the Boston Common. You can catch her alone in a matinee at the Cineplex next door, or on the Red Line, gazing out onto the glimmering Charles, her headphones orchestrating the soundtrack to her latest vision. You can stumble upon her as she daftly traverses and reshapes the social media scape, harnessing its power to mobilize and protest against social injustice. And hopefully you'll get a chance to ask one of these Emersonians what they do. Some of them sing in musicals, some speak sign language, some play volleyball, some write novels. But you'll soon find that when it comes down to it, they really all do the same thing. They do what they like. And in this case, I would say that the word "like" is a grotesque understatement. The everyday Emersonian juggles an absurd workload with a lightheartedness that makes the entire thing look just completely effortless almost. Students at other schools are often under the misconception that Emerson is not academically rigorous. And hold on. That was the perfect line to stumble on. So there has been this assumption thrown around that Emerson is not academically rigorous. And in some respect, I actually think that that's right, in that the word rigorous comes with this barrel full of negative connotations. And rigorous implies strict, it implies harsh, it implies severe. And I think those words are entirely, decidedly not what the Emerson experience is about at all. Emerson is demanding. Emerson is challenging. It pushes you to your limits. It's spending 40 hours over 3 days on a film set with people whose hearts flutter to be anywhere near a camera. It's staying up 2 nights straight, finishing your marketing strategy, not just so you can get an A, but because you can't think of anything more important, more purposeful, or more fulfilling to who you are as a person. Emerson is delving into every nook and cranny of the city of Boston, soaking in its history, its brick and brownstone beauty, projecting its proud character into all of your work. And most importantly, Emerson is collaboration. After all, just look at our Lady Gaga lip dub video. It was a YouTube sensation that took our junior year at Emerson by storm. And we took the hackneyed virtual campus tour lip sync and turned it into an explosive, beautiful freak show. Really. You can feel the energy, even out of frame, it's there, an invisible weight, as if there's an entire crew dancing behind the camera. Everyone's genuinely excited to be there where they are. There's no acting necessary in this, and nobody is just a cog. Even in the final moments of the lip dub, when hundreds of students of all majors and specialties converge onto the stage of the Majestic, forming a bobbing sea of purple and gold, each Emersonian smiles with the radiance of a truly impassioned individual. More than 1 million people watched this video over the course of 4 days. Some of their comments sounded strikingly similar to the skeptical neighbors of Mr. Plumbean. They say outrageous things like, "What a waste of money, this is what you do with your education?" But like Plumbean's neighbors, most of these viewers are eventually taken by our zeal. The video speaks for itself, our very own Big Orange splot. Our school is us, and we are it. Our school is what we like to be, and it looks like all our dreams. As of today, we will take this sentiment with us wherever we may go. We will not be deterred by those who insist on a neat neighborhood. Rather, we will continue to be inspired by each other and those around us as we cast our visions out into the world. We will stay up late and sip lemonade in the hammock under the palm trees next to the ever-amiable alligator and talk about our dreams. To the class of 2012, I have no advice to offer you, only a thank you. Thank you for both your subtle insights and your outspoken endeavors, for dining hall banter and for lecture hall wisdom. Thank you for being who you are, for your boldness, for your warmth, and for what you will bring to this world in days to come. Thank you so much.